Okay, honestly, Wizards of the Coast, what the heck are you doing? Why? Why this? Why? I just really want to know why. I really want to know why. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. Right? This is absolutely disgusting. You want to talk disgusting? Let's talk disgusting. Let's talk disgusting. Okay. Is there any way I can just? Okay, so let's look at Selesnya. Okay, let's look at what cards this card hits. Okay, destroy all creatures with CMC 3 or less. Right. Let's see what this hits. Aurelia. Okay, hits that. Boros Challenger. Centaur Peacemaker. Okay. Doesn't hit Conclave Cavalry. Hits Conclave Guildmage. Okay. Oh, I get to pay 6 mana for a 2/2 Elf Knight token with Vigilance. You get to hose it. Okay. Darkblade Agent hoses. Let's see. Hoses. Right. It makes a 1/1 White Soldier token with lifelink. Hoses. Duh. As if that was a thing. Garrison Sergeant hoses. 5 mana, by the way. Goblin Electromancer hoses. Glowspore Shaman hoses. Golgari Finebroker hoses. House Guildmage hoses. Ledev Patrol hoses. Oh, this is like Elf Patrol or something like that. Yeah. Let's see. League Guildmage hoses. Lazav the Multifarious hoses. Knight of Autumns hoses. Izani Thousand Eyes hoses. All these tokens hoses. Legion's Guildmage hoses. March of the Multitudes hoses. What else? Night Veil Predator hoses. Okay, Sky Knight Legionnaire hoses. Right? Hoses. Hose. 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 Right? Hose. Oh, guess what? You make 2 1/1 White Soldier tokens. Hose. Whisper Agent hose. Right? What else? What else you got? Hose. Right? This card is a 4 mana search your deck for Raw Planeswalker, and it hoses it. Right? Attendant of Vraska hose. What the hell is this? Destroy all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. Oh, CMC. I'm sorry. CMC. That's even better. That's even better. I'm sorry. Okay, so it hoses less cards. So let's start over then. Let's start over. Boros Challenger. So that's 1, 2. Let's see what else. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Each one of these dies. Do not even talk about that card. 11, 12, 13, 14. Like, these tokens die. These tokens die. Like, awesome. 15. 15 cards. 15 cards. In just the multicolors alone. Alright, Selesnya still has colors, right? Selesnya is probably the one getting hit the most because they make a bunch of tokens. And this card just says, yeah, I'm just going to hose you. What the actual hell is Wizards of the Coast thinking? Like, first off, do they not realize that we have Goblin Chain Roller in the meta? Do they not realize how hard it is to play tokens already in a deck, in a format where Goblin Chain Roller is running rampant? Okay, now I used to play red, right? I played red. I played Goblin Chain Roller. I thought it was a pretty cool card. I was like, oh wow, this makes me feel great, right? Saplings can't play, right? I get to instant hose a board for 3 mana, and I get to put a 3/3 first strike body on the field. Wow, it's amazing. Think about it this way. Imagine instead of dealing -1/-1 to the board, or excuse me, to your opponent's board, and then 1 to their face and 1 to the Planeswalkers, you're paying 4 mana. You're paying 1 more mana, okay? You're playing black. So technically it still works in red-black aggro in the sideboard. And what you're doing is you get to hose every single token. Okay? Doesn't matter. All tokens. Minus the Godfarer's Gift, minus Scarab God. But those cards are rotating. Every other token gets hosed. Eternalize, we can't even talk about because it's going to be out of the format by the time this card comes in. Right? Every single token gets hosed. I don't think they understand the implications of this card. Why is it 4 mana? Why is it converted mana cost 3 or less? And why is it all creatures? Why couldn't they make it destroy all creatures with power 2 or less? Or power 3 or less? Or why? Oh, I don't know. Deal damage, deal X damage to the board, where X is the total number of creatures in your graveyard. Why not that? Why don't they have it as an undergrowth? Why are they playing a 4 mana hoser for CMC 3s? This doesn't make sense. All tokens die. I'm sorry, but isn't Selesnya all about having a bunch of tokens, tapping those tokens and making big creatures? Isn't that the whole point of, isn't that the whole point of Impervious Great Worm? Convoke, isn't that the whole point? To tap 10 targets and play this card for free? Isn't that what you want to do? Right? Get on 5 mana, have 5 creatures out on the battlefield, tap all of them, play this card? Isn't that what you want to do? I'm sorry. So what's going on here exactly? Like, why is this card rare? Why is it 4 mana? Why is it all converted mana cost 3 or less? This doesn't make sense to me, right? If you really want to think about it, and I'm sorry, there's an airplane flying over me. I'm so sorry, but this is really upsetting, honestly. I swear sometimes. I swear sometimes those helicopters, those people who are doing training, not 9 a.m. in the morning, dude. Not 9 a.m. in the morning. But oh my god, why? I don't understand it. Like, let's see what colors it hits. Let's see all the cards with CMC 3 or less that it hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. Okay, 10. So there's 10 cards in 2 colors. That's been revealed so far. 11, 12, 13. Oh, it's going to hit a lot of red cards. A lot of red cards. 14. Hits all the goblins. So this card goes multicolors, by the way. 15. 16. 17. 18. Converted mana cost 3. 19. This card's whatever. 20. 20 cards in 4 colors. Sorry, 20 cards in 5 colors. And then not counting any of these multicolor cards. Not counting any of the hybrid cards. So another card that it hits. Alright, it doesn't hit artifacts unless it's an artifact creature. And it doesn't hit lands unless they have land creatures. But this card is absolutely insane because black can literally side it against control and just hose them. Right? Like this is almost to the level of playing control, honestly. Like, you really think about it, right? We had Fumigate in the standard. We had Settle the Record in the standard, right? Abzan Control gets another hoser against tokens. Abzan Control no longer has to worry about token decks sitting up a board because they just go turn 4, hose your board, right? It used to be turn 5. Turn 5 hose your board is a little bit better, right? Because and then like with Fumigate, it was hose your board, gain 5 life. Because control doesn't play creatures. Not early game, at least. They don't need to play creatures. So turn 5, hose your board, right? And if you're playing Dimir, 2 blue, exile this card, play it from your graveyard. What the hell? 6 mana. So you gotta play this on turn 4. You gotta play a hoser on turn 5. And on turn 6, you gotta play another hoser. If your opponent decides to try to reestablish their board. That is absolutely insane. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say about this card besides this card is absolutely dumb. It's very unhealthy for the format, and it just gets rid of an entire format. Like, I am personally peeved. Only decks that don't get hit by this are Izzet, because they play a lot of instants and sorceries, and even they get hit because they have cards like Goblin Electromancer, which sort of reduce their casting cost, right? If you look at modern applications, this card hoses humans, okay? It hoses zombies. It hoses a lot of decks that play super low to the ground, and it punishes them for playing very small creatures that do stuff, right? And then, sure, humans have a way of dealing with this. You play a Meddling Mage, right? You declare Ritual Set. Congratulations, that card can't be played. But it's just so bizarre to me as to why you would make an entire guild that revolves around, making a bunch of creatures, making a bunch of really cool cards, right? Oh, I make another token. Oh, when this dies, it makes 2 tokens, right? Conclave Cavalry doesn't get hit, but indirectly she does. Because if you can play a removal spell to kill her, and then, she makes 2 tokens, and then you kill those tokens, like, what the hell? What the actual hell? Amara? Tap her? I'm coming in for 2 damage. Sure, I'll take 2. Okay, I'll make a soldier token with lifelink. Cool, my turn. Hose it. Right, get rid of it. I'm punishing you for playing your deck. That is honestly how it feels, right? Settle the Record was like that. I'm punishing you for playing aggro. Fumigate was like that, except Fumigate was extremely cancerous because it was also gain life, which means not only do you hose the opponent's board of all of their creatures, you gain life equal to the number of creatures that died. And then essentially red has to deal with, oh, can I deal an additional 6 damage to you? You know, my deck pushes for 20. Can I deal an additional 6? All right, you look at mono black zombies. Almost every single card is 1 through 3, right? The banner creatures, 1 through 3, right? Death Baron, converted mana cost 3, right? Graveyard Marshal, converted mana cost 2. Stitcher Supply, converted mana cost 1. All these zombie tokens, converted mana cost 0, right? Scrapheap Scrounger, converted mana cost 3. Bowman Courier, converted mana cost 1. Actually, I shouldn't count those. Those are actually rotating. I'm sorry. Totally sorry. But yeah, just it hoses black, right? Let's look at blue. What does blue play? Blue plays Baral. Once post rotation happens, they're not playing Baral, right? They're playing Dimir Informant probably. They're probably playing Guild Summit, probably playing Mission Briefing, Murmuring Mystic. It doesn't hit Murmuring Mystic. That's cool. But I get to hit every single blue bird you control. So all these tokens that are being made are essentially getting punished for playing that card, right? First off, we already have hosers in white, right? I understand it. We should be getting a board clear in black because usually that's how it goes. Black gets a board clear, maybe 2. Red usually gets none, or excuse me, red usually gets 1, right? And this time it's in the form of the red white colors, right? 3 red white deal 3 damage to the entire board. Very fair card, honestly, very fair, right? Sweltering Sun was already super good, and that's because it had the cycling ability on it, on top of being, you know, a deal damage card. And on top of that, it's like, well, you can go ahead and play your 4 mana 1/5, but I won't let you establish a board. So you're stuck on this card, right? Narcomoeba, I play this card because I want to generate a little bit of pressure. Oh, I can't do that. That sucks. How awful, right? Nightveil Sprite. Okay, sure, you get to play it. Before you can even surveil, I'm going to hose your board. Thoughtbound Phantasm. Cool, I cast 3 spells. Awesome. It's a 5/5 now. I can attack you. Oh, before the turn that you... Or, sure, I'll take 5. Like that, I think Thoughtbound Phantasm is actually a very good card. But the number of resources that you have to commit to this, right? You got to play Vance's Blasting Cannon. Honestly, you really do have to play Vance's Blasting Cannon with this card. Because whenever you surveil, put a +1/+1 counter on it. But the fact is, being able to play a 1 mana 5/5, but also a late game 1 mana 2/2 defender really sucks. Even though this card's really good in the early game if you do draw it. But Vance's Blasting Cannon says, you know, pretty much every time you cast a spell, put a counter on it, I believe. If you have three counters on it in 1 turn, you can transform it. So, like, you think of it this way. I have to play a bunch of cards and I have to dump my hand in order to gain a card ability, right? Thoughtbound Phantasm becomes a 5/5, flying, sure, very aggressive card. But what happens when you just hose your opponent's card? Like, it's got 3 counters on it, and you just go, okay, well, that's starting, or it has 2 counters on it, and your opponent goes, oh, that's starting to look very scary. I'm just going to kill it alongside with your, I don't know, your Narcomoeba, because you push those into the graveyard, and your Murmuring Mystic tokens, right? I think that's a very aggressive card. This is a very aggressive card, and it's a very annoying card, because there's not a lot of cards that can sort of save you from this. You have to play blue. You essentially have to play blue, right? And for a deck like Selesnya to try to play blue is very hard, because Selesnya wants to be proactive, not reactive, right? Blue decks want to be reactive, and then once it hits the late game, they want to be the proactive deck, where they're the ones making the plays while you're out of resources and you're running dry, right? I think this card is absolutely bonkers. It's almost unhealthy for the format. It's almost to the level of Settle the Wreckage. Settle the Wreckage was very unhealthy, because your opponent gets a bunch of cards, like pre-Dominaria, Settle the Wreckage was very unhealthy, because your opponent literally could not come back. You didn't have anything that could generate cards, because all your Eternalized cards were dead. And then finally, we got the introduction of Banefire in 2019, M19, right? We got the introduction of Flame of Keld from Dominaria. We got the introduction of, you know, these red can't be countered spells, damage can't be prevented spells, and it's like that's essentially what red needed to deal with the fact that they were, you know, they were getting 15-20 mana a game because someone decided to settle them, right? And it's just like this alternate win condition for red, and it's like absolutely that's definitely what should happen, right? Where is green's all creatures gain indestructible? Right? Where is that card? Or I don't know, make a card that's like 2 mana and it says all creatures you control have converted mana cost 3 until the end of, converted mana cost 4 until the end of turn. very, very, very whatever card, right? I mean, as of right now, CMC doesn't really matter unless you're playing cards that say, oh, I don't know, select a card on the field that has a converted mana cost, X, make a copy of it, or something like that. But right now, like, there is no answer for this in Selesnya. There is literally no answer for this in Selesnya, unless you're talking Vivian Ultimate, indestructible on all my creatures, right? That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a turn 9 Ultimate. Assuming you don't put any pressure on, assuming you don't have Wrath Contempt, assuming you don't have anything that removes my Vivian, I have to wait till turn 9 before I can go off. Do you know how disgusting that sounds? What is this? I don't understand why this card exists. Ritual of Soot is absolutely bonkers. It's better than Bontu's. It's better than Yaheni's Expertise. It's better than any 4-mana hoser that we've gotten in Standard since I started playing, which was Amonkhet Kaladesh block. Right? And it was Introduction to Ixalan. That's when I started playing, when Dinosaurs came out. And it's like, this hoses Pirates, by the way. The only deck that this doesn't really hose from Ixalan is Dinosaurs. Hoses Vampires, doesn't hose Dinosaurs. Can if you're playing Gruul. Otherwise, not really. Right? Because your Ripjaw Raptors are 4 mana. Kind of hoses Sultai. Kind of. Not really, because you don't really make tokens. You just play Muldrotha, or you go Stitch Supplier, they kill it. Cool, I get Muldrotha in the graveyard. I'll just reanimate it. But this card is absolutely insane. It's just so good against so many of the decks right now. And it's like, we look at post rotation, and it's like, maybe this won't hit Angels, maybe. Or excuse me, it doesn't hit Angels because they're so far up the curve. It doesn't hit Shalai, but it does hit all these little creatures, and it just makes me upset that, Selesnya doesn't have a protective card, right? It's not like we have a meddling mage, right? Selesnya doesn't have a meddling mage that says, when this card enters the battlefield, the creatures you control get, or it's like flash, so like 1 green-white flash, creatures you control get indestructible to the end of turn 1/1. That'd be kind of cool. Honestly, that'd be kind of cool, right? And if you control 3 or more permanents, if you control 3 or more creatures, put a 1/1 soldier on the battlefield with lifelink. That'd be kind of cool. But as of right now, what the hell? It's just so insane. Like, I would rather get hit by Deafening Clarion, because some of my cards can live. Honestly, some of my cards can live. But getting hit by this card, which just says target CMC, all creatures with CMC 3 or less are destroyed. I think that's way in over the top. I think that's absolutely unhealthy for the format. It's absolutely unfair for people that want to play Selesnya like me. I was looking at all these colors, and the 2 colors I really wanted to play the most were Selesnya and Dimir. I really wanted to play Dimir because it's all about thinking, right? Selesnya, sure, you might not be thinking as much, but you still have moves to make, right? You got big creatures to play, you got a bunch of creatures to play, and then you got to play around that. And it's just like, wow, now you make me not want to play Selesnya, right? Now I got to cross it off my list. And now what do we have? We've got Golgari with the absolutely insane broken cards like Assassin's Trophy, and then we've got what? Dimir? Is it? Do you think those are good cards? Do you think those are good decks? Is it Burn? Do you think that's a fun deck? Probably. I probably think it's a fun deck. Do I want to play it? Probably. Will I build it as my first deck? Probably not. I'm a Spike in terms of how I play. I play to win. I play to have fun. I play to win. And how I have fun is I win. And how I win is I have fun. Right? And so, cards like Assassin's Trophy are super unhealthy for the format, but this card is much harder to cast than a Ritual Set, Ritual Set's so much easier to cast. Double black, 2 double black. If you're playing a black dedicated deck, absolutely, right? If you're playing a mono black control deck or a black blue black control deck, playing this card in your main deck is actually stupid. Actually stupid. So, I mean, that's all I wanted to say. Also, playing in sideboard is pretty dumb. But, I mean, we've got a lot of really stupid cards in this set. Honestly, I think the power level has definitely gone up since M19, because M19 the power level was so low. Dominaria the power level was so like mediocre. So we sort of had a small little dip from Ixalan, from Kaladesh, Amonkhet, all the way to Ixalan. There was a decline in sort of power spikes, and then the moment we hit Dominaria, it started to increase. The moment we hit M19, it started to plateau, and now that we've got Guilds of Ravnica, things are starting to look really, really good. But I mean, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Honestly, I still am looking forward to playing Selesnya. I'm just gonna hope that people at my local card shop aren't gonna be, D-bags and play Ritual Sets in every single sideboard that they play, because we've got like 3 or 4 black players, so black X players or black XX players. So, I mean, other than that, I don't think there's much else I wanted to say about this card. It's just not a cool card, not very awesome. I'm just kidding. The card's absolutely insane. If I played black, I'd probably be playing it. I mean, like, Price of Fame is also like a stupid card, but this is the restriction is it's a legendary. This restriction is converted mana cost 3. I don't know why it's not converted mana cost 2. But I guess. John with Vintage TCG signing out.